It has not been a good day for me, people. So on Instagram, I haven't been currently having fights with people. Uh, there's this guy accusing me for being racist. Uh, I'm gonna start off. And there have been people, left wing people, who are saying all life matter is like a poisonous term to use, and yeah. So this is how the fight went on, though. So in and he's messaging me right now. And he's going all about, oh, like Black Lives Matter, the black people went through more than they had through segregation and shooting, and they went through more than worse than anyone else. And I do not agree with that, because and then people have been raped, murdered, killed, not because they were black, not because yeah, and this was caused by the Japanese Empire back in World War II, and I think people keep forgetting that. So basically, that was an attack against so many East Coast Asians at that time, and Australians. So people of Korea were damaged the most. Then they moved, and then China, well, East China, and Philippines, Indonesia, and I think New Zealand as well. Because there was a sign that said Japan raped our mothers, and Japan has still not apologized. So actually, actually had some fair arguments with Koreatown, LA, in Los Angeles. That, and then the coronavirus incident, and what's been happening in Toronto, Los Angeles, and New York, and Vancouver. It's been ugly. And he said it was like the Koreans' fault, and I'm mad at him for that. So some people are like acting like there was another guy, Charles. He was acting like the black. It was always the black people who were getting picked on, but yeah. But evidence has also proven that black people are more black people, even though they make 13% of the USA population. They attack black on black crime is much more common than black on white crime. And then he sent me this bias thing. So if it's a post not approved by by somebody, I won't look at it. I won't. Because I can tell if things are biased, and because you need to look at I mentioned this before. You need to look at things in both perspectives, and people have still not understood that. And he accused me of changing my my personal Instagram to starting with the words toxic labs. But that was actually for my Venomous Dark Eagle YouTube channel, and yeah, that's a misunderstanding. And on social media, he just attacked me using every single message. He saw it read. So he called me, he clearly called me out. So he was basically sided with me on like what's happening with Aunt Jemima and that kind of stuff, and Uncle Ben's, and uh, it's just like yeah, just like food brands. But so if they want to like remove Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben's and Miss Buttersworth, they better remove the Lucky Charms character too, or any other white person on the brand. It's fair. And he's blaming me for speaking ill on speaking ill of the black people, because talking about the Singapore man, a black person attacked the Singapore man, and there was no apology given, and yeah. And he's saying now he's saying he's going to stand up for racism, and because I replied because the post is biased, because it is biased. If the post is made by a person who only is supporting Black Lives Matter and not All Lives Matter or any other form of United We Stand, equality for all, because I am a political person, and I do not hate the black community, but I am hating the Black Lives Matter community for causing vandalism, terrorizing, and looting, and setting places on fire. And many innocent people are who own businesses are having their businesses wrecked, and they aren't having to open businesses open again. So even if, and reminder, what happened in there was a man. I'll show you why. So there was a cupcake store owner named Kathy Kanda, white woman from Cleveland, and she was just minding her own business. And when people in Cleveland were they're doing Black Lives Matter protest violently and literally looted her business, and then one person, just because no one was there to help her, and she had to call the police to help her investigate who vandalized it, and then the Black Lives Matter people were getting mad that she was working with the police. And then one guy from one of the protesters threatened to, as soon as she got her business fixed up again, he threatened to smash it up again. What kind of person does that? This is inhumane. And moving on to Chicago, Ohio. That one was the most severe one, actually, in my opinion. So, Sein Kim, a Korean American man, or just call him Mr. Kim. He owned a clothing store. He was a nice man, people knew him. People were rioting and looting the place. He told them not to do it, but they didn't listen. And the only thing he had to use to defend himself was a wrench, and that was it. So they basically took all the stocks and basically and even stole all the money in the cash register. Smashed the second cash register he was using for backup, in case, because businesses they always have a cash register for backup. But yeah, they even smashed that, and they even stole the dignity to even trying to open the store. And he had no insurance, unlike Miss Canada of Cleveland. And the only people who were bothering who actually give a care to help him were Asians in that area. So because of that, he has no insurance and no. So he is most likely either going back to Korea and start another business, but that's going to be hard. And the cupcake store owner, Kathy, she isn't going to open up either after that threat from that man who threatened to smash her bills, loot her business again. So I had never said I hated black lives. So if you are watching this right now, I never said I hated black lives. I'm against Black Lives Matter because it is turning into a bad movement right now because of what people are doing it, and it is doing more damage than it should be uniting people. And as a reminder, not all black people have dealt with racism in their lives. So if you are a friend of Nick and you have seen this post, no one really happened. If he's going to try to sneak insult me on social media, there are going to be problems. There has been that time I went into in December 2018 where Alexis Villy and Wilson have said negative things on me and social media on Instagram, and they paid the price. So don't. You should know who you're messing with. But don't take my word for like what 100% of like what people are like saying negative about Black Lives Matter. Other black people are like saying no to it. You know him as Lil Wayne, Wale, Snoop Dogg, Lil Boozy, and many other people. And anyone who's siding with Nick right now, I'm closing my doors on you right now.